Hello chaps, how are we all doing today? And it's John with you again, and we're starting building. Yes, we're starting to build the KV-2 from ZVEZDA. This is the kit. Okay, and if we get onto the bench, I've already started a little bit of it. Let's continue on and let's start getting it built. Okay. Alright, so here's the instructions, and with everything else, we go through the instructions, have a quick read through yourself first. I always do that, just look through, and just in case there's anything that kind of sticks out, you say, well, ooh, I'll do that later rather than do it now. Depends on how you paint the vehicle. With me, I don't put on the tracks, I don't glue in wheels and things until I've all the painting done. I paint them all separately. And with the link and length tracks, you got to sort of fit the wheels onto the vehicle without actually gluing them in place, and then get your tracks to go around, and then you're going to kind of leave that and then take the tracks off. So it's kind of it can be tricky. Okay, you can go off and build a whole lot as one and then try and paint the tracks on the vehicle. I don't like doing it that way. Just personal preference. I like to go this way, and I do it that. So we start off, we go through the instructions, which I've already done. And as you know yourself, I use a little green highlighting pen to mark off steps that I've already done. Okay. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of green there. I've already started. I've done a few bits and pieces. With the side pieces of the tub, there was some I don't know what they are. There's stoppers or whatever. There's 6 to go on either side. Okay, so I installed them, and then you put the tub together. Okay, so there we go. There's the 6 of these little items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 either side. Okay, and then you put on the tub. There's a back piece, the bottom piece, and the 2 sides. Okay, and there we go. Okay, it was a little bit awkward, I will say. You know, they didn't, when you put them together, they didn't kind of stay as they were. You had to kind of hold them funny and then get it glued in and things. But I got it done. Quite happy with it. It worked out nicely. A little bit of sanding needed on it. I started off just doing a little bit of it, just to kind of, you know, clean off excess glue and things like that, because like I said, it was a bit awkward and it was kind of messy. So I got the tubs done. A little bit more sanding to do on that, just to clean it off a bit. Right, then we're on to these here, or suspension arms, or swing arms, or whatever you want to bloody well call them. Little pieces here, and there's a little cover gets fitted on in here. Okay, so there we are. There's just the little cover, and onto them. Okay, and we've got a dozen of them, so we've got 12 of them. Okay, they're all done. And I didn't do those. I did these ones. So I did the drive sprockets. Okay, in 2 C2s and a E8. I need to make up that up and make 2 of them. Okay, so there we go. There are them. There's our drive sprockets. Thing about the drive sprockets, the sprue connector was right in here. Okay, it was right in the middle there, and they were quite big, and they were kind of awkward to get off. Okay, so it was just to take your time and get them all cleaned up and everything else, and then glue them together and things like that. There was no problems there. Okay, so next from me is to do these. Okay, these are the little return rollers along the top. Okay, so there's 3 parts for that. We've a pin and 2 wheels. So that's my next step. Also have to do the idler wheels and our road wheels themselves. Okay, and then fitting them, fitting all these little bits and pieces, a couple of other little fiddly bits to go on. Don't exactly know what they are or what they do even, but they've got to go on anyway. Okay, we got this little sort of assembly here, goes on here. We've got a back section, two more little thingy-me-jiggies, another piece for that back section, and then we got to build an engine. So I'll get the rest of this page done and I'll get back to you. Okay, so the next time I'll have that much done and we'll move on then to the next bit. Right, so we're back again, and as I said, I'm after getting these parts done. Okay, I'm after getting 2B done. We had those done. I'm after doing these and the 12 of the road wheels. I'm after fitting the suspension parts, I suppose we call them, suspension arms, and as it shows here, it shows putting a ruler under them just to make sure that they all stay level, which I did. Okay, oh, excuse me, I have to move the camera here. And as you see, okay, they're all nice and level, and it's the same then on the other side. Okay, all nice and level. Okay, so there's our all these parts here. Now this piece here, which is our it's the suspension arm, I suppose you'd call it, for the idler wheel. This is the idler adjustment, or the track adjustment thingy-me-bob. I didn't know what it was until I sort of had it fitted. Okay, so there's that there fitted both sides. Next we've got this kind of doohickey at the back. Okay, sorry, let me get up to see where we are. Right, we got this doohickey here at the back. Okay, and there's another part of it here. Okay, so we've got a top and a bottom, which forms that kind of a weird shaped object. Now whether that's a sort of a diffuser for the exhaust or whatever, I do not know, but it's on anyway. Okay, I made to fit on these two little holders here and the two toe rings. Okay, and they're fitted as well. Okay, so all there's left then to do with that side here is, it says here to fit the drive sprockets and these two items here. Now I haven't done that yet because I want to get on to do the tracks and to make sure that the sprockets line up with the track itself, because you know yourself, you've done it in the past, whereas these are not going to be free moving, they're going to be glued into place. Okay, if I fit them and I glue them into place and it's slightly off and is in the track, doesn't kind of fit over it, you're going to have problems. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of leave them off until I'm actually doing the track, and then when I'm doing the track, then I can sort of figure out where the track is going to go around them and stuff. Once I have that, then I can glue them into place. Okay, so what I'll do is, when I've got the track ready to go on, put a bit of slow setting glue on here, put them on, and then because it's a slow setting glue, I can move them whatever they need to be moved when the track has been formed around them. So when the track then is formed around them, they'll set then at that. Okay, and it's the same then for these little pieces here. They go on after that is all fitted. Okay, now if you try and fit them beforehand, you are going to end up with a problem, because what will happen is you won't be able to get the drive sprockets on. I have done that in the past and I've had problems with them. Okay, so in the past what I've done is I've left them off. I've not actually put them on, sorry. Doing all that and I'm forgetting to look up to see where the camera was at. Wait for those twats to move off of their motorbikes. Right, so that piece then gets fitted in there. Okay, now it's probably a yoke bob to keep all the track nice and even or whatever. I don't know exactly what it's for. Right, so that's all ready, and like I said, it's all ready now for the track. And I've made up the engine top piece, right? It's not a full engine, it's just a kind of a top piece. You're only going to get to see it from the top, and that's if you leave off the engine hatch cover, which, you know, like, I'm making it all up and I might end up fitting the engine hatch over anyway, so it's there anyway. Okay, we'll get it and we'll paint it up and we'll have it nice. Right, so next, what have I got to do next? Next we're on to the tracks. Okay, so we're on to fitting the track. Now, the wheels, because there's no sort of black to go on the road wheels, bar the black rubber is only going to be on the rubber is only going to be on the return rollers along the top. I might actually have to glue them in place. Okay, because if this was a Tamiya kit, as you know yourself, you're going to have your road wheels. You're going to put them on, and they usually kind of fit on with polycaps. And because they're fitted on with polycaps, you can take them on and put them off as need be. But because this is not going to be sort of, you know, with the rubber band tracks, you can kind of put them on and you can roll it around a little bit as long as you push it. But with the link and length tracks, it's not going to matter, so I'm going to glue them into place, and because they're all the one colour, it's going to be easy enough to paint them. So they're all going to be glued on anyway. Okay, so I'm going to glue on the wheels. Like I said, I'm not going to glue on this one until I've actually fitting the track, but the rest of the wheels I will be gluing on. Okay, so that's the track, and then we're on to the or headpiece or cover. Okay, now what I might do is actually, once I get to that stage, I might even paint that whole underneath section and then move on to this piece here, so the bottom part is painted, and then just add the two together. It might make it that little bit easier, because for fitting the track, the way I do the link and length track, I don't do it as they show. Okay, as they show in the instructions, I don't do it that way. I lay the whole thing out straight, leaving off the top piece. Okay, so I use the bottom piece, I put on the 1 and the E7 pieces, and then the however many it tells you to put on there, I fit them. Use a slow setting glue and then wrap it around, add on the pieces, and then just leave it sort of sit there and dry. Once it's dry, then, because I haven't attached this piece at one end, I can just pop it all off and it'll kind of come off in one piece. And when it comes off in one piece, you can spray it when it's dry, and then you can get it all nice and even, and then put it back on. Because trying to paint all this when it's all fitted, you're only going to get the outsides of it done and things like that. I've seen a couple of other people making this kit. They have done the tracks in one piece and fitted it like this, and when it comes to painting, you can see the fact that they haven't really painted the tracks, that are not really painted properly. So I'm going to paint the tracks as a separate piece, so I'm going to kind of lay them out. I will show you once I have the track all set up and kind of soft glued. Then I'll turn on my camera and we'll do the wrap around. I mean, I'll show you on one of them. I don't have to show you on both, but I'll show you on one of them how I do it. Okay, so the next time you'll see me, I'll be doing that, and yeah, I'll be doing those tracks. So in the next video, I'll be on to the tracks. That's the end of this one. Don't forget to stay tuned for part 2 of the build sequence for this. I know it's been taking a while and I do kind of natter on a bit. It's just it's a little bit different than your normal. Okay, and it's taken a bit of time to get to this, because, you know, all the wheels have to be sanded and God knows what else. So in the next video, like I said, we'll be on to this section here, and we'll be fitting the tracks. So I'll catch you up in the next one. Stay safe in the meantime. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. And like I always say, don't forget, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. This is John signing off and saying, see you in part 2.